BodyBags, where horror lies.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to week 189 on the BodyBags. Your Monday host, Dubby Dubbles here. I've got a 2012 release for y'all from Inception Media, and that film is known as Creep Van. So yes, basic plot on this one: Campbell Thompson is your main protagonist. Definitely, a lovable loser kind of character. He's a bit down on his luck. He's working and grinding hard at the car wash, trying to make some money up. He doesn't have a car. Having to ride the bus everywhere. Just kind of your average red-blooded American that I think most people can relate to. But yeah, so basically it follows him, and he ends up, of course, like I mentioned earlier, he's trying to save up and get a car. So meets up with this guy and ends up looking at his van and ends up taking a pass on it. Well, that might have been one of the worst mistakes of his life. Because it's like his old 70s white panel van. And you have the guy known as the Creep driving it. So that is your main killer of this film. And basically he's pursuing Campbell for most of the film. Now there's kind of a little bit of side stories and shitstorms that's hitting him from all direction. From the van, Campbell is also being pursued by Swami Ted, who's actually a drug dealer, I guess, associated with the owner of the Creek van. He's coming after Campbell and trying to get his money, which Swami's Ted character is freaking hilarious. And and all while he's trying to look for love in life. He has a love interest, Amy, that he works with. So yeah, that's the basic plot in this one. Of course, not a very serious flick, though. It has a lot of horror comedy, a lot of jokes. In my opinion, though, luckily a lot of the humor is pretty funny, though. It doesn't seem too forced and too just thrown in everywhere. Like it has a pretty steady comedic flow to the film, so I can't complain too much in that department. Campbell, the main actor, does a fantastic job. I think he's a pretty viable lead character and interesting. Keeps your attention for most of the film. And but the real star of the show to me is, of course, the van itself. Really cool ideas and stuff utilized here. It's almost like this Saw torture wagon. There's all these hidden compartments and hidden torture devices within this van. Really cool how it executes some of them. Not to give too much away, it's like an early kill in the film, so ends up like the seat belts of the car end up constricting this girl, and all while the seat is like trying to fold in and collapse on her, and just kind of interesting little ideas like that they've thrown in there. They've really portrayed the car itself as, like I said, it's more of the killer than the actual killer, and the driver of this vehicle, who's just in all black and masked. What part of me thinks, I'd like to see more of him and kind of maybe even showing his look a little more, because you just literally see his hand here and there, like shoot somebody a thumbs up around the side of the car. But at the same time, I can see why they did it this way, because, like I said, the van itself is really the star of the film, and all its torture devices and the stuff that it offers really. That's where a lot of the entertainment and the gores come from. Speaking of gore is fantastic. The people who did the gore on this one also worked on Almost Human. If you've seen that IFC Midnight release, really good gore and that stuff. Top-notch stuff. Now, I think to help this film, To be low budget, the soundtrack's pretty solid as well. And I have to mention that this is a really low budget. I was trying to research and find the exact budget on this one, but and I don't even know if it's shot video per se, but it's definitely like more probably a cheaper camera equipment, that kind of stuff. But the picture quality and stuff looks pretty solid. So I don't know. Comes off like a trauma movie. I would think like as far as the budget goes, like it's not Z budget $200, but it's definitely not multiples of thousands either. If I had to guess. Um, so yeah, you just got this cheesiness factor that really works for its advantage, especially I think maybe since the movie didn't take itself so serious. Maybe it really lends itself. Um, but the top-notch gore is really cool. Kind of creative kills, of course, involving the van where it's at, and really plays off like an '80s slasher with the van as the killer. I think that's my main thing that really attracted to me. This, other than just solid pace and pretty solid humor as well. 80 minutes of, you got some nudity, you got some cheesy goodness gore, you got what more? You got a kind of '80s throwback feel. Pretty fun stuff. Few negatives I had in this one. I think if this movie would have took itself a little more serious and took out a little more of the humor, it could have come off as a dark modern horror classic. Not to say it's not a really good horror comedy out of the past decade or two, but I think this more serious tone, especially considering the quality of acting, script, and gore. This could have really came down in a solid ass little film. Um, but in my opinion, it's still pretty solid. Uh, Fun, good time. Definitely check out Creep Van. Don't hear much talk about this one. Um, if you're into your throwback stuff or just a good killer car kind of flick, definitely check out Creep Van. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Solid stuff, guys. All right, so until next week, y'all. Peace.